On the women's side, 3 teams remain undefeated. Number 1, William Smith under Alice Ann Wilbur on the program. Number 3, Trinity of Texas at 14-0-0. And number 5, Stevens Institute of Technology, led by Jeff Parker, now in his 17th season. And Coach Parker joins me now. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Dean.
All right, let's get everybody up to speed on Stevens Institute of Technology. Where are you located? What makes your school so special?
We're located in Hoboken, New Jersey, so that's just right across the Hudson from New York City. And we're a small school, about 3,000 undergrads and math and science-based. About 70 to 75% of our students, athletes and students, are in the College of Engineering and Science. And I guess our claim to fame is our return on investment and the great careers that everyone goes on to once they graduate.
All right. Well, in 17 years, you've managed to turn a middle-of-the-road program into a national contender. In fact, your tenure at Stevens has included 3 Empire 8 Conference championships, 7 Skyline Conference titles, 1 for each season that the Ducks were in the league, and 4 postseason titles, 8 NCAA tournament appearances, 2 Women's Intercollegiate Athletic Conference championships, and 4 Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference tournament invites that resulted in 3 ECAC Metro championships in 2007, 8, and 15. In short, all kinds of success. So clearly, you like what you've done there. You've got some continuity, and your teams continue to produce, Coach.
Oh, we've been pretty fortunate just with the student athletes we've been able to attract to our program. And I'm just really lucky that it's been a really good fit for me. And we just keep working on trying to get a little bit better every day.
All right. Obviously, you're undefeated. What kind of soccer are you playing there?
Well, I think our kind of style is we like to kind of get forward and score goals. We have a lot of fun doing that. We're about getting the ball forward and combining and playing together and, you know, trying to make sure that all our parts, when you add them up together, are worth more than just them individually.
You also hold certifications from the NSCAA and the U.S. Soccer Federation. You've completed courses for UEFA, the Czech Football Association, and the Football Association of Ireland. You also served on the New Jersey NSCAA staff, and you served 4 years on the NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Committee, the last 2 as the national chair. So clearly, you're putting in the time. You're from San Antonio, Texas. Why did you take all that time, particularly with the NSCAA, to get all of that work done?
It sounds like I need a hobby or something. Right now, it's just about learning and trying to get better, and I enjoy going to some of those courses and just to kind of immerse yourself into soccer and kind of learn from other people and just to try to stretch your brain a little bit. And I don't know, it's just something I've been passionate about for a long time, and fortunate to be in a good situation to be able to do a lot of these things.
Well, you spent some time as an assistant coach, including a little bit of time of Georgetown. Ironically, Dave Nolan is also on the program. What a job he's done in 13 years as the Georgetown women's soccer coach. But how did that time prepare you for this head coaching job at Stevens Institute of Technology?
It's been great. Just being able to kind of really get my foot in the door and work every angle and aspect. And really, that time there was fantastic, and getting me a chance to just kind of understand what it was all about. Coach Lionel Popel was the head coach there, and I just badgered him long enough to kind of let me hang out and kind of understand and run some training sessions. And luckily, everything kind of blossomed from there.
You also spent 3 years playing and living in England. Talk about that experience.
My father was a civilian contractor for the United States Air Force, and had a chance to kind of go over there between like sophomore and senior year of high school. So a little traumatic as someone who sometimes struggles a little bit socially, but got over there and played and found out that I was the only one with an American accent, but found a way to kind of knock the ball around and kind of understand some things. I was over there like during the '86 World Cup and the whole hand of God thing. So it was a great time for me in my development, and just gives me a little bit different perspective, I would say, than some other people or some other coaches, and it just makes it some good talking points, I think.
Now, I mentioned all the accolades. The only thing missing is a national championship. With your team undefeated, do you have a team that could win a national championship?
I think every coach is going to say yes, and I'll be the coach and tell you the same thing. We've got some really special student athletes, but the biggest thing for our team right now is our culture and just the type of people we have, and the decisions that they've made both on and off the field in not only regard to themselves but to each other. And I really think that what makes our program special right now, especially over the last couple of years, and just the leadership. And we have one of our captains. This is our third year as being a captain. And this is the first time in the history of our program where we had someone who's been able to do that. She's learned from other outstanding leaders that have been here in the program. And I could just sit there and name after name, but it's just amazing how they've grown as their roles as leaders. And, it really kind of comes down to, it's like they're not playing with each other, they're playing for each other. And that's kind of been a little bit of our battle cry, and it's just a fun group to work with.
So spending that time in England and then as an assistant coach at Georgetown at St. Peter's at the D1 level, I like to ask this question to the D2 and D3 coaches that join me. Explain the difference in level, because some of them have said there's some players at the D3 level that could easily be starting for D1 teams. What are your thoughts?
It's kind of strange that the overall thought process, I think, and it's kind of a little bit non-conventional because everybody thinks that if you're D1, you're better than D2, and if you're D2, you're better than D3. And I've heard some of the other podcasts with a couple of others that the coaches talking about Napoleon complexes and things like that, especially here at D3. But it's just a little bit different, and we play Division Ones and Division Twos. We opened the season with a scrimmage against Columbia, and then we played Westchester during preseason as well. And I still think they're undefeated in D2. And I think we surprised them. They're like, "Whoa, like you guys can play as well," and we're proud of that fact. And, there's some great teams. There's some great student athletes. And the biggest thing is that they're choosing school first. And, a lot of times that we've got people on our team that when they played club level, they're the only person on their entire team that has chosen to go to the Division III level. And, they're looking for a place to get a great education, but they don't want to give up their passion for the game. They find out that their priorities mirror the same that are in our program or other Division III programs, that school comes first, and our program and family comes before that. And, don't take us the wrong way. Our training sessions and matches are played at a pretty high level. But, these people just made up their educational priorities. They figure those are more important than getting an athletic scholarship.
Oh, that's so well said. And certainly, as you've said, all of your players go on to successful professional careers. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is the student athlete. And Jeff, we mentioned all your diplomas and your continued relationship with the NSCAA. Are you still using that as a resource for your development?
Absolutely. I've got a pretty good list of coaches that I've met through either coaching or being part of these courses, and it's just a great resource to have them and to kind of run things by them, and my kind of board of directors, I call them. If you've got a problem, you can go to them, and they're always there for you. People like Scott Fry over at Messiah, Alice Ann Wilbur at William Smith, Marcus Wood, Hardin Simmons, Jillian Gachos at WestCon. Stephanie Webb at UT Tyler, Randy Hansen, who just left Puget Sound to be an assistant with U20s. These people have been great to me, and I really appreciate all the help they've given me, and the NSCAA and all that stuff.
That's what we do. We drop names on this program. We drop them in the entire program. I love that. I'm going to put you on the spot to end. Your best memory as a soccer player, coach. You've had a great run. It's going to continue to go. What's your best memory at any of it, Coach?
Well, I hope it's still in front of us, but there was I don't know, maybe our first Empire 8 championship, maybe the first time we made the NCAAs. We were the first Stevens team ever to get in and to host and to win a game. That was all exciting. And, being ranked in the top 10 is fantastic and all that. But honestly, we had a great session last night, and just watching our team get together and just watching them grow and develop and work hard for each other and just be excited about where they're headed. And, that was a great moment for me just last night. And hopefully those continue the rest of the way. And as long as we can still have those, I'll probably still be a college coach. So.
Well, Coach, it warms my heart to hear that you've listened to a couple of the podcasts. Thank you so much for doing that. And then, of course, thanks for being such a wonderful guest. We wish you all the luck as you chase down that national championship. And as you said, even more memories ahead of you. Thanks for being with us, Coach.
Thanks so much, Dean, for you and all you do, and for the NSCAA for having us on board. Thanks so much.